Okay, so I definitely am not going to go into detail on this vineyard valuation analysis spreadsheet. It is another real document provided by Scheid Vineyards on a valuation of a vineyard property. And one they wanted to buy. Acquisition means to acquire or to buy it. And so they have some assumptions going in. They're purchasing 500 acres, and the price is going to be $6,000 an acre, et cetera. You can walk down here. Cost of development is going to be $18,000 per acre over 3 years, et cetera. And you can look at the costs that they are making some assumptions of what is going into the purchase of this property. Thumbnail estimates of what they think it will approximately be. Cash flows. So you can look at the year over a 10-year period. They're making estimates of a 10-year operating expenses, income, etc. So they're looking at a projection. If they buy that, what would it look like based on their best business knowledge? This kind of stuff is what takes good business knowledge. You can't just come up with these numbers anywhere. You've got to look at Grape Crush reports. You've got to look at your experience. You've got to talk to people who are the valuators of the property and get their opinions on things. You've got to look at changes in the market and what's going on with trends in your sector of the industry, not just overall changes in the market, you know, across the United States or the entire earth, but you need to also look regionally for your labor issues, your transportation issues in your particular town, your access to customers from where you're going to grow these 500 acres. Anyway, vineyard revenues, breaking it down. Here's the different yields based on the Chardonnay and Pinot Noir that they're planning on planting there, or maybe that already is there. Other expenses, and this, again, there's tons of detail that back this up. This is a summary report, but there's going to be tons of detail where they work out these estimates. And then they round them off based on their best experience, round up or down. With expenses, you generally try to round up, and with profits or income, you generally want to round down. You don't want to find yourself rounding the wrong way and ending up going into debt because you just overestimated how much you really could make on that property. Depreciation of the land, depreciation of the vineyard and equipment. They're looking at that. We talked about depreciation, and capital expenditures and interest expenses. Again, I'm not going to go into detail, but it has some important detail on other expenses. If I have a loan, I'm paying interest on that loan as well as the cost of the asset. I'm paying interest on the loan. You got to take that into account, right? So that is it for this spreadsheet.